it's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Silent Ghost. I almost said Azuna. No. I'm tired. It's the last day of the events. I had other stuff that distracted me from doing this event. Or I was just too exhausted to even think of recording, and I do my best to try and think of my health first, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But yeah, it is the Little Ladies Day Hatching Tide event, and thankfully I'm already right here, so let's get to the event. The Princess and the Eggs. Jahili Alapo is looking for someone to help make a dream come true. This quest is available for 110 minutes. And I'm also recording this before work, so there's that. Yes, I work on Easter. I work probably every major holiday, except this year it looks like I'm not working on July 4th, and my birthday is the day before on July 3rd, so hopefully my friends and I will be able to get together and do something. That'd be fun. And even if not, maybe my roommate and I can do something, besides work. It'll be nice to have the days off. Because I've also never been able to take my birthday off because it's considered part of a key event. And key event days at work mean you really shouldn't take off the day of or the day after or the day before. Sometimes both day before and day after, or else you get double points. And points are bad. You get too many points, you get fired. Welcome, my friend. I take it the Hatching Tide decorations have caught your eye? Oh, is that really you? I had hoped I might see you again, but I did not dare assume. Nonetheless, it warms my heart that you are eager to revel in Hatching Tide once more. This year, it was again a dream that sparked my imagination. A dream of a Gobu, massive and marvelous, standing upon the stage. Where else but in Olda, so many miles away? Wreathed in radiant flowers of pink, the darling Gobu held in her hands an egg, decorated most lavishly. And there is but one time a year when the sandy brown of that city is accented with peach blossoms in full bloom. Yes, I speak of Little Ladies Day. The message of Miss Alapo's dream was clear. Combine the spirit of Hatching Tide and Little Ladies Day to create the most exciting day that Jewel of the City has ever seen. Naturally, we sought out those in charge of the event and brought our proposal before them. 'Tis a pleasure as always. I see ours is not the only celebration which can boast of your selfless assistance. Mistress Alapo's proposal was quite unprecedented, and so confident was she in her vision that she had already secured the services of a performer and his Gobu companion before meeting us. I regret to say not all in Olda share in her conviction. Many doubt the safety of such an act, which has brought our plans for Little Ladies Day to a standstill. The trepidation is not without cause, mind you. Some 15 years ago, a supposedly tame Gobu ran amok in the city streets, causing untold harm. When the Seneschal informed us of these circumstances, I got to thinking we could hold a Hatching Tide event here in Gridania, with a Gobu as the main attraction. Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Olda that the Gowu poses no danger. Surely that would put any doubts to rest. In fact, the performers have already arrived. Nonota and I were treated to a display of their show, and I must say, never have I seen a Gobu so pretty and sweet. Out of all the paths forward we could have taken, this seemed to be the only one which might please all parties. I came to Gudania at once so I could act as a witness for my peers in Olda. Since you're here, might you accompany me to the show? Someone as well versed in the realm's beastkin as you may be singularly qualified to tell us just how docile this Gubu is. Well, I hate to see Miss Alapo's dream shattered. As would I. Well, I'm certain that there's nothing to fear. Having a stout arm by my side will be most reassuring. Well then, all is settled. The show of a lifetime awaits at Bent Branch Meadows. You had best not tarry. Agreed. Let us make our way there and speak with Alamud, the performer in charge. Oh, I can hardly wait. Alright, then I'm going to teleport to Bent Branch. Taking a sip of coffee while I do. Oh good. It's not dark. When I recorded with Tiny Bishi, it was dark. It was nighttime in game, and I have a window in front of me that's shining right in my eyes, so it was hard to see anything. And I just ticked and almost knocked my mic off my desk. So if you heard anything, that's what it was. I'm sorry. Oh, didn't see you there. Can we help you? Greetings. I am the Royal Seneschal in charge of making Little Lay's Day most memorable for all ladies of the realm. Mistress Alapo has informed us that you have quite the show prepared for us. Ah, we've been waiting for you. You'll be hard-pressed to pick your jaw up off the floor after you see what my PD has in store for you. I've been watching over her since the day I found her wandering in the wilderness, all by her lonesome. We spent ages looking for her family, but now I suppose we're all each other has. PD, a lovely name to be sure. And those flowers, are they peach blossoms? I dare say she is the very picture of a Little Lay's Day princess. Haha, I'm glad to hear that, and I know PD is too. She's thought of little else since the moment Miss Alapo came to us with her peculiar request. There's nothing in this world we'd love more than hearing an audience cheer, and I think this time we'll earn that and then some. We call this one Egg Surprise. Go on, Petey. That was astounding. Impressive, ain't it? And all it took was a few glamour prisms. Of course, that wasn't where the genius was required. It took us days and nights of racking our brains to figure out how to capture the spirit of 2 celebrations. In the end, though, I think we did about as good a job as could have been expected. Now here comes the rub. Ever since we arrived in Gridania, Petey's been a little on edge. Hate to see her like this, but I think I figured out what's causing it. As you just saw, she's got no problem performing in front of an audience of 2. But when a whole gaggle of revelers showed up, not too long ago, she just froze up. I see. She must not be used to such large crowds. Luckily, I managed to save the show by climbing on top of her head. That set her mind at ease and helped her find her courage. But I ain't as young as I used to be, and my knees are already crying out in protest at the prospect of climbing her again. But you, on the other hand, I reckon you got plenty of moms left in those adventurous legs of yours. Might I trouble you to join our merry troop and support Petey during her star turn? All you have to do is climb atop her and head towards the crowds. Show them our act and tell the spectators to come to me for an egg of their very own. Still plenty to go around. Alright. Trust me, Petey will love having you aboard. Now's our chance to get these eggs into the hands of the eager Gridanians. She's too timid to wander off on her own, so if something else demands her attention, she'll make her way back to me. Now get out there and give Gridania an egg surprise. What? What did I just see? Ah, this must be that performing Gobu I've heard so much about. Good show, good show. I think I'll get an egg of my own to remember this by. That was amazing. The rabbits were so adorable. And that crown of peach blossoms is so pretty. I wonder if they give them out with the eggs. Let's go find out. There's so many other people doing this event now too. I was too far away. Oh my stars, what manner of... Oh, you're promoting Hatching Tide? Yes, yes, I knew of that, of course. Splendid trick that was, truly. I never knew Gobus could be adept to anything besides eating, but you've expanded my horizons. Mayhap I'll partake in the festivities this year after all. The spirit of Hatching Tide is alive in Gridania. Return to Alamud and tell him of Petey's courageous performances. So that's why it looked like on top of it. Actually, I can go this way. up, I can't. Oh. Good work. Same goes for you, Petey. I can hardly pass around the eggs fast enough. And it looks like Petey's managed to conquer her fears. Let's hope these ovations are enough to conquer the seneschals. Petey and Pink. The Royal Seneschal has reached a decision. This quest is available for a limited time only. Although I've been but a bystander in the fair so far, what I've seen has been truly inspiring. Petey is possessed not only of a kind heart, but the soul of an entertainer as well. I would have her be the main attraction on our stage in Olda. On behalf of the Little Ladies' Day Planning Committee, I invite you to our city as honored guests. Well, I'm not one to decline such an eager invitation. Consider it accepted. But first, I best tell Miss Alapo that she'll be needing more eggs. Go on to Olda. We'll find our own way there before long. Wonderful. Then I shall depart at once and make the stage ready for your arrival. Ahem. You've helped tremendously already, but there's no denying that Petey has taken a shine to you. Might you watch over her in Olda for a while? Just until she becomes accustomed to the crowds. Alright, and we go to Olda. I just spent all the gil that I got and then some for that teleport. Ah, you are arrived. You'll be glad to know I've managed to win over the planning committee with my story of Petey's show. All those gates will be cast wide for her arrival. If she is amenable to the idea, I would have her be the star attraction on this year's stage. But the first order of the day is to spread the word. If we tell the citizens what we saw in Bent Branch Meadows, it's my hope that they will welcome Petey with open arms. And if her show is a success, then we will have managed a celebration which spans from Gridania to Olda, painting smiles upon all the faces, the realm's little ladies and egg fanatics alike. I shall stay here and drum up what interest I can. Pray head to the steps of Thal and do the same. Meet me at the stage afterwards, and together we can shower Petey with applause. I have time before I need to start getting ready for work. It's just, I get so anxious doing it so close like this. Especially on a day I need to go to work. And I don't want to put it off until tonight because what if I'm too tired to record? I didn't know Gobu were capable of anything more than mindless eating. Are you sure this show isn't just watching a beast chomp on hay? So what if it is? You'll still have a chance to see a Gobu up close. Well, when you put it that way. Besides, it's not as if I have aught else to do. All right, look for me among the crowd. Not you. Clicking on the guy running by instead of the distracted citizen. A Gobu performer. Aren't they dangerous? I suppose a friend of mine was raving about the show she saw in Gridania. If it's the very same, I suppose it's worth a look. A Gobu here in Olda? Ugh. That dredges up terrible memories of the rampage I witnessed as a child. How do you know that won't happen again? Have you seen this Gobu with your own eyes? Yes, and she's as gentle as a tame chocobo. Is that so? Well, I see no reason why you would lie to me. Very well. I shall go. Perhaps in this way I can conquer my fears. The time of Petey's performance draws near. Speak with the rose in her shell before she takes the stage. I didn't mean to step away from that box, but thankfully it showed up in my text box. Is my company, free company, even active still? It seems they've been like super quiet ever since I joined them. I am the only one on. Okay. What rank am I? Just curious. What's the Vanguard? Oh, a little above member. Basic setting, advise, okay. Alright, I was just curious. My thanks. It seems word has spread even further than I had hoped. And while this is cause for celebration, Petey appears to be intimidated by their expectant gazes. course, you could just hop up on her head and she'd calm down just like that. But we can't lean on you forever. Why don't you rally her spirits with some encouraging words? Seems she's warmed up to you, and I reckon she'd appreciate whatever you have to say. Emotes, not free company. Truth be told, this is her first time performing alone in front of so many people. I can see why her legs won't listen to her heart. Don't worry, Petey, I'm right here. That did the trick. You've really got a talent for lifting the spirits of the downtrodden. We are in your debt, truly. It's almost time. Lady Alipo should have arrived by now. Pray join the bystanders and give Petey your heartiest cheer. Where's the... Okay. It was delayed. And now for the final act. Bedecked in blooming flowers, this Gobu princess has prepared something unforgettable for all the little ladies out there. Now you can see me. This is just how I envisioned it in my dream. And to think I ever believed Gobus were not but wild beasts. Oh, I simply adore her. If Hatching Tide is even half as thrilling as this show, I'd best catch the next airship to Gridania. Heh, all's well that ends well. The little ladies get a great show, and Hatching Tide gets more egg seekers. Their smiles are like so many flowers in full bloom. Petey will be the talk of Olda for moons to come. That she will. That she will. I have to thank you, Miss Alipo, for giving us both the chance to bring some brightness to so many lives. Thank you, Petey, for bringing joy to the citizens of Olda, especially its little ladies. That was better than I could have imagined. Hatching Tide and Little Ladies Day both will be remembered as highlights of the year. Couldn't have done it without your help. We'll both be looking back on this experience with fondness for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, I've got to thinking, maybe it's time I leave this performance business behind me and let Petey spread her wings. I think she'd be more than happy by your side, if you'll have her. As for me, I have it in mind to find a place to settle down and rest these old bones. I'd hate to tie Petey down just when she's found her passion, but if you bring her along on your adventures, she'll be able to deliver smiles to corners of the world I've only heard tales of. Are you sure you can manage without her? Can't deny I already feel the tendrils of loneliness tugging at my heart, but they'll lose their grip so long as I know Petey is with you. I look forward to hearing of her exploits as I while the days away. I don't mean to be rude, but I am required in Gridania. Nonoto must know just how perfectly my dream manifested. Heh, give the lass our regards, eh? I'll stay here in Olda until the festivities end. And who knows, maybe longer. And with that, allow me to thank you personally. No princess in all the realm could have asked for a more devoted seneschal. And that includes Petey. Seeing you dote upon her so dutifully reminded me why I volunteered for this position in the first place. Although Petey's show has concluded, Little Lady's Day has not. Pray enjoy all that we have prepared. And don't be a stranger to Gridania either. She's Gobu and she's Grace. Alright, let me get the item. Hailing from a place with trees bloom, this winsome Gobu maiden was found and taken in by the traveling entertainer Alamode. After delighting the crowds on Little Lady's Day, she made the decision to join you on your adventures in order to spread more cheer. Okay? And that is the combination Little Lady's Day Hatching Tide event for 2024. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. That's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.